Okay, here's our piston cooling nozzles. This goes in the crown of the piston. There's one bolt that holds it in. You always want to take these off before you take your pistons in or out. If you don't, there's a good chance you'll hit it, which we don't want to do. You only go in one way here. I'm going to turn it just a little bit. Get a socket on it. Okay, once I get it in there, make sure it doesn't move. Torque it to 18 foot-pounds. Okay, here's my number one cooling nozzle. I'm going to use a torque adapter like this. To get to it, you can't get past the tone wheel. A lot of guys will just leave them in, but I don't like doing that. It's a good possibility of hitting it when you take a piston out. Okay, once I get that torque down, then I'm going to roll the engine so I can see where the nozzle hits. If you look real close there, kind of see how it hits in the divot in the piston. Looks like it's nice and centered, and it doesn't hit. I'm also going to look on my rear ones on number 6. Roll this so you can see it again. So it looks like it's in good shape too. Yeah. Here's number 2 cooling nozzle. Run this one down again. You can see it. Same thing as I did on 1 and 6 is when I'm done with this, I'll roll it up, make sure that it's not gonna hit. These are really critical. If they're not there, the engine will lock up. I guarantee it. Here's number 5 cooling nozzle. These number 2 and 5 are really easy to get at compared to the other ones if you get the crank in the right position. 1 and 6 are kind of the hard ones. Okay, same thing. Gonna roll the engine over. You can see that cooling nozzle looks like it's not hitting anything. Okay, cooling nozzles on 3 and 4. Spin them down here. Looks like they're in a good spot, and actually I put them in with the piston at bottom dead center, so I know they're in good shape, so that even works better. Sometimes you can do that, sometimes you can't. This particular engine block's really tight to get into these things, especially on number 6. Okay, we're going to put a roll pickup tube on. It's got a brace here. A gasket goes in here. This gasket should be replaced. I'm not going to do this time. I will next time. Okay, there's a couple short bolts that go here. This is one you want to look torque up on. These are tiny bolts. They torque to 89 inch-pounds, which is like 4 or 5 foot-pounds if you do the math. Yeah, you divide it by 12, right? So 120 inch-pounds is 10 foot-pounds, so that'll give you an idea. I got my inch-pound torque wrench out because my 3/8 other torque wrench won't go that low. The lowest it goes is 10 foot-pounds, which is obviously higher than 89. If you look in the manual, it actually calls for silicone or RTV if you don't have a gasket. So here's our inch-pound torque wrench. This one, the maximum torque with this one's 200 inch-pounds. Torque these bolts down, and pretty straightforward. This brace here has to be torqued down. Torques do the same thing.